Good afternoon, and welcome to the 800 Credit Score Man Show. I am your host, Kevin King. He is I, and I am him, the 800 Credit Score Man himself. And once again, thank you all for coming in and listening to the 800 Credit Score Man Show. I truly, truly appreciate it. So look, check this out. I'm coming to you live and direct from Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana, home of David Letterman. So David Letterman is famously known for going to Ball State. And so I'm in this little room right now, and my microphone does not like to travel. I swear this microphone just does not like to travel, not to mention the fact that we have a cold snap here in the Midwest. So it might sound a little different today than normally what you'll hear. However, the information that you're going to hear, and I can hope you hear me loud and direct, is going to be worth listening to today. If I've got to redo the show, I'll redo the show so everybody can hear it when we got good clarity and all that kind of stuff. But hey, we're going to get it in today right here on the campus of Ball State University. So check this out. So you know I got to do some shout outs. And let me tell you what we're going to talk about today first. So again, I'm going to encourage you all to follow me on social media, whether that's Instagram or Facebook, where I'm 800 Credit Score Man there. Also, if you follow me on Twitter, I'm at Credit Score _Man on Twitter. Follow me those places because I do give out hints and we talk about stuff during the week. And join my Facebook group, Credit Score Comeback. Go to that group and submit a request to be in on the Credit Score Comeback. So today we're going to talk about UltraFICO. Yes, UltraFICO. What the hell is UltraFICO? The name of this particular episode was UltraFICO. We're going to discuss that today. It's something new that's coming out. Could be good for you, could be bad for your credit scores. So you want to stay tuned and listen to see what's the deal with UltraFICO. So I got to give some shout outs, of course. Let me shout out, I usually like to shout out the youngest among us. So I got to shout out Michaela Denson. Yes, that is my great niece. She celebrated a birthday on the 7th of this month. So yes, 11/7 is her birthday, and she turned 7. So happy birthday to you, niece. She's so cute, y'all. Y'all got to see her. So happy birthday to you. I got to give a huge shout out to my brother, Dr. Robert Lee King Jr. Yes, Dr. Robert Lee King Jr., better known as Butch to some of us. He celebrates his birthday on tomorrow. So yes, tomorrow is his birthday. He always thought he was special because his birthday's on Veterans Day. And so he always got that out of school because it was his birthday. Let him tell it. So happy birthday to you. He also is a veteran. And I want to say thank you to all the vets out there. Thank you very much for all you have placed on the line for us all so we can have the freedoms that we incur today, as well as me being able to talk to you right now. No matter how good or bad it sounds, for me to say thank you very much. So happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there. And before I get into the UltraFICO thing, let's talk about the vets for a little bit. So vets also need good credit scores. I mean, they need credit scores as well. They're trying to do all the same things that we are in civilian life, when they come back, when they get out of the Army or the Navy or what have you. And so when you're looking for a home, as a vet, one of the benefits that you get is a VA loan. You're able to get a VA loan. They got the GI loan and all these other programs, but you're able to get a mortgage because you were a veteran as well. So some of you just don't know where to start. You have no idea where you should start to get this loan for you so you can close on a home. So you're trying to deal with it conventionally like the rest of us that did not serve, and you have better and more benefits than the general public when it comes to trying to get a home. So if you're a veteran out there, first off, let me tell you, your credit score does not have to be what it would have to be for a civilian. You can get a loan even with a lower credit score as a veteran. So I'm going to advise you and to go to a bank. Go to a bank. Most banks have the ability to close loans for vets. So they're able to have the ability to close loans for vets. When a regular person like myself that hasn't served, goes to the bank to try to get a loan, then they're going to look at my credit score first and foremost. That's not the case with vets. They're not looking at that. They may not consider your credit score at all. So I'm going to suggest to you, if you're looking for a home and you don't know where to start, first off, you can always call me, 312-600-5855. Again, 312-600-5855. You can call me. I'll put you in the right direction. And you can go into any old bank. If you're part of the credit union, Navy Federal Credit Union, or any credit union at all, you can give them a call, walk in the bank, and ask them, do they service veterans for home loans? They'll simply say yes or no. If they do, then they can start the process for you. It may be not necessarily simpler to you because there's always a lot of red tape when it comes to dealing with a mortgage. However, some of the things that other people might have to jump through the hoops on and get a good credit score, for example, you do not have to necessarily have. So I'm going to suggest you go ahead and do that. You're going to get great benefits. When it comes to the closing costs for your loans, the closing costs are set. They're set by the government. No place that closes a loan for a veteran can charge any more or any more than any other place. So when you go in, you know you're going to get very good service when it comes to that. You're not going to have to pay the same cost that someone that has not served has to pay necessarily for your loan to close. So I'm going to encourage you all you veterans out there looking for a home, you've been thinking about buying a home, to go ahead and contact the bank that you bank with, or again, you can give me a call, 312-600-5855. Okay, so let's get into UltraFICO. What in the world is UltraFICO? So the credit bureaus have come up with, or FICO basically has come up with yet something new. So I talk all the time about your FICO and their different versions of FICO. So you got the FICO 3, the FICO 4, the FICO 5, 8, 9, etc., etc. So now there's a new FICO coming, and it'll be coming in the beginning of 2019. All I've heard is the beginning. So that doesn't necessarily mean January, but I would anticipate it'll be during the first quarter of 2019. So in 2019, UltraFICO will come aboard. Now, let's step back a little bit. FICO came up with 8, and then they had FICO 9, and then they had like FICO HD, some people called it. So HD you probably never heard of. I talked about it a little bit on the show before, where they were looking to add things to your, not necessarily to your credit report, but to your scoring system. So in that, they were adding things such as your utility bills, how well you pay them, or maybe even your cable bill or your phone bill, how well you pay other creditors besides the ones that show up on your credit report, like your credit cards and your car note and your student loan. So they were attempting to add those basically to your credit report. It didn't go off so well. Like I've told you before, the different versions of FICO are like having an iPhone. You got the iPhone 5 and 6, and now they're on the X, the XR, and what have you. So, but you still may be holding on to the iPhone 7. So same thing with FICO. A lot of lenders are still holding on to FICO 4 and FICO 5, so they're not getting all of the great benefits that have come from the newer versions of FICO. So within that one, where they tried to add in your utilities and things of that nature, it didn't really take off for them. So here comes UltraFICO. Now, UltraFICO is going to be coming to us, like I said, in the beginning of 2019, and UltraFICO is only going to be coming to you through Experian. So where every other version of FICO you were able to get those with all of the other versions, you were able to get them on every single bureau, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. With UltraFICO, it's only going to be through Experian. That's the first thing. This is almost like a pilot. It just really hasn't all the way rolled out, and they haven't rolled it all out to all of the credit bureaus as of yet. So you'll be able to get that with Experian. Here's what UltraFICO is going to do for you or against you. Here's what it's going to do for you. So UltraFICO is going to take into account your banking information. Yes, your banking information. So what they'll do Kind of like, okay, when you went and got a mortgage or you would go get a mortgage, of course, they want to see how much money you got in the bank, how much money you got in your 401k, all that kind of stuff. So UltraFICO is going to take into account how much money you have in the bank and basically how you use your banking accounts. They're going to be taking that into account. Now they're building it up as this is going to help people. This will help people that have credit scores in the 500s and the 600s more so than anyone else. But I'm not so sure of that. And I'm not even like on the fence with this anymore. I do not think this is going to be as helpful as they think that it will be for the majority of consumers out there. So they're going to be taking your banking information. First of all, it says that you've got to volunteer. You've got to volunteer this information. So you can have the opportunity to do it or you can have the opportunity to not do it. Not every place uses Experian, so it may not impact you at all if you go to a car dealership and that dealership only uses TransUnion or they contact banks that only use TransUnion and Equifax. It may not impact you at all. But with the Experian, like I said, it's going to be on Experian. You're going to need to volunteer to have this information looked at so they'll be able to see your account, what they'll be looking for in your account. They're going to want to know how long you've had this account. They're going to want to know the frequency of your activity, and they're going to want to know the amounts that are in your account. Like what's your daily balance? What's your beginning balance? What's your ending balance? They'll be looking for all of that information. Like I said, they say it's going to help people in the 500s and the 600s more, but I'm not so sure of that. Oftentimes, people with a 500 or a 600 score, a lot of people have those issues because they simply do not have a lot of cash. They just don't have a lot of cash in itself, and they may supplement by using credit cards and things of that nature, or they can't pay the bills because they don't have a lot of cash, which causes them to have that particular low credit score. So that's what they're saying. Here's what they want you to do or want you to have in your savings account. Well, actually, they're going to look at checking, savings, or even money market accounts. So those are the types of accounts they're saying that they'll look at right now: checkings, savings, and money market accounts. So here's what they want you to have, or what's being said at least as of right now: 400 bucks. They want you to have $400 in your account and basically always in your account. So they'll be looking for that. They'll be looking for 400 bucks to be in your account. Now, some of us that are listening to this show think 400 bucks is not a big deal at all. No big deal. 400 bucks, I always got 400 bucks in my account. I don't pay this bill until my next paycheck hits. So then I'm always got that 400 bucks in your account. But listen, 78% of people, 78% of people live paycheck to paycheck. So if you live paycheck to paycheck, then that means it's a possibility you may not have 400 bucks in your account at any given point when they're looking at your score. They're also going to be looking back for 90 days. So when they calculate that score and then they put in your account information as far as banking is concerned, they're going to be looking back 90 days. So that's 3 months worth of what has this person done with their particular credit score, what's going on with them. And since I'm saying that people live paycheck to paycheck, 78% of people do. Also, 57% of people said that they couldn't come up with $500 if an unexpected expense came up right now. So to me, that says there's a whole lot of people, out there right now, that could not come up with this kind of money and won't have that 400 bucks in their account when Experian comes looking and they're trying to calculate your credit score on FICO. I don't know if it's going to be helpful to everybody. So you've got to know that this particular information, this is what's going to happen when it comes down to what's going on with UltraFICO and this particular situation. It's only going to be Experian, 400 bucks in your account, at least 400 bucks in your account. And they're saying it's going to help people that might be in the 500 and the 600s as much as 40 points. So they're thinking it'll add 40 points to your particular credit score. But then what happens to the other people? What happens to the people that have been diligent and extremely diligent and careful and are a good credit risk, they're credit worthy, and they have a 700 or they have an 800, but they